I had my annual doctor's appointment 2 weeks ago. After a thorough investigation, it turns out I'm in desperate need of a healthy diet with a wide variety of different fruits and veg. The thing is, I can't stand them. Eating healthy has always been something I've really struggled with, but it turns out all the recommended fruit and veg I need to eat is actually in Suika Game. Now, considering the two people you're never supposed to lie to are your lawyer and your doctor, if I manage to get one of every fruit in Suika Game all the way up to the watermelon, I won't technically be lying when I say I've had everything on his list. Here's to hoping he doesn't watch my videos. So before we begin, I'm going to have to break some unfortunate news. We're going to have to go without the Suika Game music today. I know, but it's a sacrifice we're going to have to make. Anyway, let's do it. I haven't really played this game too recently. It's a good one. I remember when it literally just took over the world. But getting a watermelon hopefully isn't going to be the hardest thing ever. But it can be pretty difficult at times. I can't remember the last time I actually got a watermelon. I believe that I will get one, but it's so hard to get the two regular melons to touch. Again, I say this most of the time, but without Suika Game's music, it just sounds so quiet. Nothing but the sound effects for this isn't right. Also, have you seen the sheer amount of DLC this game now has? Also, I remember a few years ago, Suika Game had a... what's it called? Suika Game had a Christmas update, and it had Christmas music. It was just the one song, and it was, it just gets very stale. But it had a Christmas background too. And now that Suika Game got super successful, the Christmas theme and the Christmas update, as far as I'm aware, isn't free, and the only song you have access to is the current one. I don't know if they have different songs, but I've definitely not only noticed the sheer quantity of DLC, but the fact that the free Christmas update now isn't free. Do what you will, but taking away something that was free to make it paid, not the most popular thing you could have done. I would honestly say, in terms of as far as video games go, nothing gets to more of a rage game than this. It is a lot of fun, and I'm a puzzly guy. I love puzzles. I love doing Wordle, but it can start to annoy you. It's gonna be hard to get the apples to touch. I find the most common fruit to never touch, I typically have loads of them that never touch, are the apples. I need to get 2 of these to touch before it gets too overwhelming. Well, so much for the apples touching, I guess. Often it looks very dire until it's not. It's all about the faith. Oh, there we are, see? Come on, yes. And we're gonna touch. Yes, perfect. Are those little melons? I guess melons don't have a little bit of a vine going out. I have no idea what this yellow fruit is. But the thing is though, the Suika Game came out with an update. I have no idea how old it is. It's been quite a while properly since I have played the game. But the multiplayer update, where the time attack and all that stuff, that is actually really fun. This is it. What is this? Is this a plum? I think it's a plum. So far, this does not look very promising. Okay, put this over here. I'll try go. Ooh. That's pretty good. See, everything looks very bleak until you get everything combined in one go. We are actually doing pretty well. It looks like I was going to die. That's how this game gets ya. It's also weird to see the sheer amount of knockoff games that are on phone games and stuff, where it's fruit match and it's the exact same fruit but just slightly different looking. Ooh, this is good. This is good. But the thing is, getting a watermelon is extremely difficult because getting those 2 melons to touch is just stupidly hard. It's so easy to get it blocked by loads of different stuff. Also, I've never actually got 2 watermelons to touch. I think if you do, it combines into nothing, but I actually couldn't imagine anything as difficult as that. So I'm going to need an absolute miracle. So I think this is over. We got close, but yeah. That was a pretty good first attempt. Honestly, I'm happy with that. let's put the cherry over here. Keep the small ones together, keep the big ones together, or at least try. I remember when I was super obsessed with this game, there were days where it was just, I just spent hours doing it. That reminds me of the Cult of the Lamb. The Cult of the Lamb, if you didn't know, it's a really, really good game. It's kind of like a dungeon crawling, like Binding of Isaac, but like a farm sim, but in a demonic cult way. It's a very strange niche thing, but it's really, really good. And I remember when that game came out, and I remember how excited I was for that. And I remember when I started playing it, it was literally the only thing I thought about for days. I spent all day on it, and this is before like I started working and I could like just spend as much time as possible playing it. And I remember I spent upwards of 6 hours a day playing it, and I actually went to sleep dreaming of it. So I actually had dreams of the game when I was playing it. If you haven't played Cult of the Lamb, go play it. It is really good. Are you going to touch? Yes. That is doing pretty well actually at the minute. What I find really weird about me is I hate pineapple. I absolutely hate pineapple. It is my least favourite food, but I absolutely love pineapple on pizza, and I have no idea why. It's my favourite pizza topping. Hawaiian ham and pineapple is my absolute favourite pizza topping of all time, but I hate pineapple just on its own. And I don't know if anyone else is like that or whether I'm just a total freak, but if you haven't had pineapple on pizza, you've got to try it at least once. It is phenomenal. Yep, yes. You've just got to wait sometimes. Okay, this is starting to really look bleak. Not anymore. It's looking pretty good. Anything can happen, but it's looking positive. And now is where I'm going to have to ram the small fruit down the side, which is where it gets pretty bad, because if that gets stuck at the top, that's not good. That was so beautiful. All the four of them were lined up. All I needed. Actually, see that? If I got the apple to touch, it would literally do a chain reaction, but it'll do a chain reaction from the apple in a U all the way up. But you know, sometimes it doesn't happen unless I can do it now. That still wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have squeezed through. We can absolutely do that. Getting a watermelon isn't the most difficult thing in the world. It's all about strategy, but the thing is, strategy goes south literally just by one cherry. All it takes is one cherry for things to go wrong. I also find that the times where I do best at this game is where I'm literally spamming. Do you know that when you just start and you just drop everything in the center, and then you actually do pretty well, and you realize you often do better doing that than if you were actually trying. I just realized what would be pretty cool is if you could like compete with other people worldwide. Like say if you were to watch like the world record or like the daily ranking or something, and you could compare to them like side by side. I was going to say you may be able to. I don't think you can. That would be pretty cool, like to see actually how they do it, like whether that is actually a strategy or whether that is just like spamming everything. This honestly might be a bit more difficult than I thought. Again, this is... Ooh, wow. Not good. Oh, this is going to be a chain reaction soon. Yes. It's either going to all go upside down, pear-shaped, if there was a pear, or it's going to work. Oh. That's insane. That is insane. So you can go from like absolutely nothing to like a watermelon. I just cannot believe that was so easy. Look at that. There's like almost nothing in here. Well, I'm gonna see how far I can go. Yeah, this isn't good. I think my my 2 watermelon dream has come to an end. Yeah, wow. Well, honestly, hey, that was really good. Honestly, I've never had it happen that quick with like nothing else in the pot. So I just had my next doctor's appointment, and he said he couldn't explain the sudden, drastic weight gain. But he did say if I keep going along with this healthy new lifestyle, then I should be getting some good results real soon. So, fingers crossed.